Bro.
Oh.
Oh, wait. It would appear we have all I've gathered. It seems there are less and less of us. Less friends means that much harder to solve mysteries. Uh-huh.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Grown Tough. Yeah, going to do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level. Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. Oh, wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
You get it. It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have stayed so long.
That being said,
I know it is a tall order, but try to use your brain's time so I don't have to use mine.
booyah!
These golden brain cells are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It says so. Every time you open your mouth, you become less likable. You know, I think it's funny because they designed Mew to be like hated, but she ended up being like literally one of the most popular characters in the cast.
Rest in peace.
Tua, please let us out.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Tua. Considering what happened to Angie, whom Tua loved most of all,
well, you know.
she shouldn't have relied on Tua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot being God, especially Tua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had some experience hearing voices like One sec. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long have you been saying it for? The two and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial of the time is gonna be rough. But how long can we fuck? Michael was trapped.
Huh?
He's trapped?
That's right.
He probably made the fourth floor so scared and purpose prevented from investigating.
All right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Hey, so
Should you say something?
Huh?
What should I say? Okay. Alright. Give it a review. Why did the sands fail? I never did figure out why. I see still more interested in that interface. I like the two-dimensional. I respected Andy Tego so much since the moment we met.
shut up!
As it's gonna be solved by crying about it.
All right already.
Besides, that was a lie, wasn't it?
It's a lie.
Yep, you have figured me out already. So it's important keeping up the act. And teaching never changes, no matter what situation it's in. Kaito!
Damn.
This trial's gonna be rough, so they're gonna do an investigation.
Listen up!
Try using the brain so I don't have to. My old brain cells are a gift to the entire world.
Please wait.
Shh. truth, though I do not know if it can be attributed to God per se. I can hear an inner voice guiding me when I don't know what to do. I can't explain why, but I believe that voice will lead me to hope as long as I listen to it.
On your knees.
Shut up. What the fuck is a robot talking about God anyway? It's unseemly.
You're so dumb.
That inner voice is probably just a radio or something, like taxes and stuff.
That is not funny.
It was unwise of me. it was unwise of me to confide in you all. What to do is supposed to help.
Okay.
The two in Ghost don't matter right now. The culprit is... the culprit. I'm sorry. God. So you know the culprit really was. No, it's nothing. We can talk about it once the trial starts. Amy, go. Yo, how many people are left alive? Oh my god. Yumiko is going through it. Damn. As you should walk towards the elevator in silence. It seems sweet. The minutes of her stepped aboard. Descended. Okay. Apologies. My bad. We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. They get so lonely. Don't really look depressed. You make me out of sad. That's what she's like to keep hearing the sea turtle back and forth. Let's hurry up and get that started.
Scream!
At last, I got you. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The third class trial was about to begin. Angie and I, the ultimate artist. She commuted the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the game. She was a co-leader. And Tanker Tamashiro, the Ultimate Aikido Master. She hated Ben, and I knew that she hated this terrible kind of game even more. Those two who killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Yo, everyone's still alive. That's rare. I didn't expect it to still be. Okay, two different people. We need to bring that down in this last trial. No one shall live. We have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this last trial. I'm good, brah. I got your model right here. He's dope.
Now then, let's begin with the base during the trial. You'll
Okay.
vote correctly. I'll punish
Voilà.
and also now smiles every.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm going to be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruption.
It's so nice that
couldn't do
they're
a
fucking
thorough
voiced.
investigation.
I literally always look forward to this just because I get to hear them just talk.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman.
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it impossible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, needed to bring through just good things up here.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No! So, ritual did work?
Oh,
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes, Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No! So, ritual did work? That's wrong!
what's wrong?
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us,
Oh, God. One sec.
you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
They're preparing the effigy for the Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. So pick up the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name emphasis 3 times.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, Gonta think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so.
One.
So we can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally
2.
possible.
Man, I can't
1.
believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive.
2. All that remains of a once powerful milkshake. Right now, you're on the brink of an amazing adventure. 1.
Dum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Damn. They switched it real fast.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it? Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
I love you.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened. Culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Damn it!
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
That's wrong!
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
You can't shut the fuck up.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Sumugi, and Himiko.
I like how, like, when she fucking dies, they're, like, all immediately unbrainwashed.
Oh, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Sumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack!
Damn.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What else? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Sumugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't.
Torture might be a bit too far. But Gonta...
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Gonta
not the
not
culprit.
Not the culprit!
Oh my god.
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student
Betray
council.
student council.
that's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone talking to the
culprit.
door.
Why?
Only student council members.
Gotcha, bitch. I heard it.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. So was experienced. I thought that flat. There, open sesame.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
He forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Oh.
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Sorry.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab,
This
snuck
should
into
not
the
be this
room,
funny to me.
and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then
No.
let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Ooh.
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
Damn.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was. That's it!
That's it.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The tool the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from outside was. Yeah, the fucking. Oh my god. Come on. What? Oh. There we go.
I see it!
For some reason I thought like maybe the sheath.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Speak.
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
You spin
The
me
clue that
right
might give us
round.
the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
Bro,
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
different purpose would have been. Could somehow use the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. I'm doing side taxi. If I do that the way the culprit locked, the room should be clear. God damn. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, this takes so long. No reason. Fuck. Oh shit. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. What's that? We're good. Alright. What train? Window of the sliding log. These hidden bitches. Macro play. Oh fuck. Shit. No. What was done here? This. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Shit. Jesus. I was looking to spin, 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 spin. Wow. Wow. Very nice. It connects.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
effigy spun?
Bro, they probably tried
That's
so many
right.
fucking
If you
times before
spun
it
the
worked.
effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with a katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Yes. No.
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, you wouldn't notice the lock trick.
Yeah, just like, fuck it, I'll do all of them.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I
Wait,
don't want to
can you?
completely ignore that possibility.
Can you do that?
But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously?
No
You fucking lied
shit.
again?
Guys, no fucking shit.
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Oh my god. This game is so fucking out of pocket sometimes. Like, this is like the only like anime thing where like they don't say fuck. Like in anime they never say fuck. Or bitch. Sorry. I'm readjusting.
Okay, I'll start right now.
I love this anime so much.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
You, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy dumb dumpster?
This.
Dumb dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Damn.
A suspect? Never kill Angie!
She was doing that fucking Sprite for like 40 minutes straight.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Sorry.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
I had no idea that you could just click on the fucking line. And it would play.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
I'm sorry. She's quite interrupted.
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Jump scare.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise you think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse. I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta want to know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Tenko.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Sibley. You're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Towncrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Towncrotch!
People who attended the seance. Oh, fuck.
That's it!
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
On God.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand.
Well, why is he posing like an anime girl?
If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. Very well, I should begin the preparations at once.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
What is it from outside? Is he referring to...
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer. The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Was it me?
Hold on a second.
I'm going to have a light.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see,
That's a bit.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor.
Yeah, fucking Kibo with fucking flashlight would fucking
There was a hole in the corner of the room.
illuminate the room.
If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
They're peachy.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from underfloor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Look at me.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, I love how they reference the other games.
Her corpse didn't
There was an
have any
Ultra
trace
Spare
of glowing
Girls
paint.
poster here in this game, but I couldn't find it. I was looking for it in chapter 1. Of course, didn't have any trace of glowing paint though.
Oh,
wait.
yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
But she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads. Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains! When Tenko got killed, It wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tanko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no down! When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was...
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Wrong!
Yeah.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Yeah.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out! Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage! They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gap. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is, and that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't far from the cage's culprit, and that's none other than Kyo. The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I literally cannot fucking... I kept pressing left Like, this is right.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cave. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
Every friend who got the horny one.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirit.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
Shit.
See? You can't
This is
explain,
very
can
confusing.
you?
It's like one of those
Only a spirit could have done
confusing
wait,
cases.
I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
One sec.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No, if there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
It's such an odd way to kill someone. It's very confusing to do.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The day she's referring to. Wait, what? I don't remember. Oh. Fuck off.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
What the hell? Is it Himiko? What the fuck?
Damn it.
Oh my god, it was like a trick question. I remember now. That's
I
annoying.
believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
Bro, Bro, in what world can you stab the back of your neck with a fucking sickle while you're, like, in that position?
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
It doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Hey Angie, what did you do with Shimiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
So she can take all of us down with her.
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Yeah.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Maybe you shouldn't have been play facing forward to than everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
And it felt great to be alive.
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Ah! Accidentally heard. It's fine.
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
Lol.
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in
Victim
Maki
blaming?
Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Twinkle anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
God. I don't really think I would kill herself, is what she said. Okay, if you want to sit it like sounds. She didn't see this after. I doubt she doesn't think there's a part. It's good now she was killed doesn't mean it was suicide. You shouldn't be satisfied with that, and if you think me on the truth, then it means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe.
So far, suicide seems to be the... best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought this. Sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her
Fuck.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
I think it's the last one, right?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have.
Fuck.
Oh no!
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
She secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, threw the sickle
Please,
underneath
fuck!
the floor. All the pieces.
God damn it. Come on, I can do this. I can do this.
So far, suicide.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide,
Secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Yeah.
I'll reveal the truth.
I'll reveal the truth. That was stressful as
Tenko
fuck.
couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor.
I almost got stuck and like my last save point was pretty while ago, so I was scared.
She died instantly.
Instantly?
Her death may not have been instant, but she couldn't have run far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Oh my god.
Maki.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
She forgot.
Tenko died instantly.
What?
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
just like I thought, Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Bro. Yeah, we've established this.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
The mechanism.
There must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Forget about it, we should remember how to do the seance. I want you to remember, I'm sure there's something. I just want to clear it on this episode's mystery.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. My hands are
I'm more
shaking.
concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Yeah, I get it.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something.
What?
I'm more concerned about how
I'm gonna kill myself. Why do I do
Did
this?
anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something.
There we go.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Dang.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. It could have fallen down.
fallen down. There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Loud sound. Something hit the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Wait, what? What caused the sound? Okay. What? Oh my god.
I was wrong. This is it.
This is it.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
I remember I was looking, it's like nobody addresses it, they just keep singing.
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have to be a strong impact to make that sound. What was it? What could it possibly be?
All right, then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Oh my god.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound. Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
but that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hid under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Yeah. Oh god. Not the Queen's Kokichi.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation... one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
The fucking perfect cut.
You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
What did he stand to gain? That's the question. So I'll just I need to be careful with the cross beneath the floor. Kiko's body was at one end of his floorboard, and the cross piece that he would cut on the other side was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped up. Only one of the cross pieces was cut, the other two were intact. The one that was bent under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve with someone on the floorboard? Wait, come on, think. Oh god. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I remember. Oh yeah. Bro, if I didn't like have previous knowledge of like what this was supposed to be, I don't know if I would have been able to fucking get
That's
it.
right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two cross pieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Did like the dog statue ever like fall over?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Switch off this. There's only one person that sickle thing that is consistent with the evidence.
That's it!
Yes.
The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
What about the handle, though?
She was bent over.
Did they just
meaning
cut off the
sickle's
handle?
blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade.
Bringing the victim to. The sickle, rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Homicide.
What the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box.
Yes, you can, bro. I'm just go up to someone, fucking stab them, and then fucking leave.
Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
You're the one who asked you to choose. However, there's 3 empty rooms. Which one should we use? The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it.
No.
Then she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
No.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But just saying, Himiko really killed Tenko? Did something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Finally, I was like, where the fuck is the intermission? It's been almost 2 hours. The fucking VC trails don't fuck around. The last one is like 4 hours, I'm not joking.